with a fighter who she is, how dominant she is, what do you find, like, what do you think the secret is? And not to spoil anything, but what would be the secret to beat her?
I think I think for one, like not getting intimidated by someone like Cris Cyborg. Obviously, that's easier said than done, and I'm not saying I'm like some overconfident person or anything, but I think like establishing the fact that she is beautiful and she's just another person. Like I think for a long, long time she was sitting on that top perch, and then for that reason, a lot of people that were fighting her were afraid of her power and were afraid to kind of like stand up with her and all these sort of things, and therefore maybe didn't perform to their full potential or didn't even really show their full potential. And I think for me, like I've always been the underdog. These are not like things that I'm unfamiliar with. Cris Cyborg would just be another person that I would be another underdog for, and she would be a lot more experienced than me and obviously have accomplished more. But in the way of skill set and mindset, she's just another person, and for me it's just another obstacle to overcome. So I think I personally would prefer like keeping on the feet. I'm a little bit longer than her. Like all these little statistical kind of stylistic differences I think would match up really well for me. And then on top of that, just not kind of overthinking things and just like that's exactly where I want to be, and she's just the person that's holding the belt and it's my belt. Like so that's I think the mindset you have to have, because it was never going to be easy even if I was fighting for the belt with Julia Budd or Arlene or whoever had the belt. It was never going to be easy. So now it's just Cris Cyborg is that person and will possibly be that person when I go for a title shot. So therefore it's just another roadblock in the way, and it's just another obstacle to overcome.
Yeah, and not to really put us on the spot, but who do you think probably deserves the next shot?
I think it's hard. I was thinking about this the other day just because, like I said, Arlene was really the only clear contender. Because everyone else had sort of like won one, lost one, won one, lost one, or wasn't as directly sort of on their own streak. I mean, I would expect just with the way the division is going, someone like Kat Zingano will probably end up in that position. Someone like Leslie Smith as well will probably end up towards there. She's obviously fought the right people. As much as she did lose to Arlene, she sort of fought the right people to sort of move forward. I mean, someone like, unfortunately, Amanda Bell lost. So it's like this weird, like, triangle is like, this person's lost to this one, but they beat this person, and then vice versa. And it's just like trying to figure out like a clear contender is a little bit harder because it was a lot easier. Obviously, Arlene was that guy, and now she like unfortunately lost. It's sort of like finding a replacement. So I do think like the Leslie Smith and Kat Zingano probably will be the next people in line, just because it makes probably the most sense.
Well, and I know that Chris had fought Leslie Smith prior, and I mean, it was like I had never seen anybody get hit like that. Like just how, like there was maybe a minute in the fight.